Hi, I'm Brian Madison with DeerHunterFan.com TV. This week we're going to have a look at our hunt with Ohio Trophy Buck Outfitters during the week of October 28th. We got there on a Monday midday, so we were able to hunt Monday evening, and the first night in I went into an area, this property, we had it all to ourselves, and it was thick bedding in a bottom, a lot of goldenrod and berry briars, surrounded just kind of by pasture and old hay fields. So no destination food sources, so we knew that we'd be hunting deer most likely late morning is when they'd be funneling back in, and in the afternoons we'd have to try to sneak in there without pushing any deer out.
Set tonight. I actually moved down this ridge line probably 200 yards right to where those bucks came out this morning. It's a little bit of an aggressive move, but I feel as though it could pay off. And actually, now that I'm in the stand, I can actually shoot into the field, and it's a 40-yard shot, the fence line. So I really like that a lot. And if those bucks are moving like they were this morning, or if tomorrow morning if they are, and I'm able to get in here without bumping anything like I was tonight, nice and quiet, I think we have a good chance of running into one of them. So we'll see what happens.
After sitting there the whole afternoon, got to be 6 o'clock, and 35 yards away, a deer stands up out of the goldenrod. So after a while of him beating up this tree, when he stopped, I finally grunted and got his attention, and he turned and started coming my way. I knew the shot was back on this deer, a little lower than I would have liked. So I knew right away I was backing out. Got down nice and quiet, went over just far enough to grab my arrow, and then actually took the long way out of this ravine. Punishing way to get out of there, because he ran in the direction that I would head out to go to the road, so I couldn't go that way. And then it was just a long wait overnight.
Dude, he's right there! Oh my god. He's right there. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Oh baby! Look at this buck. Coyotes can have his tail. This thing is, oh, he ran 100 yards. Yes.
Less than that.
Look at this buck. I can't believe it. I need a hug. I need a hug from my camera. Yes, dude. Woo!
Alright, so here we are. We got him this morning. He only ran 100 yards, but it's a very good thing we backed out. Shot was back like we thought. This is a great buck. So excited. You want to talk about a tough arrow. This arrow this season, this gold tip arrow has gone through a coyote, a buck, missed a doe, and just went through one of the biggest bucks I've ever shot. So, man, have to give a lot of thanks to that. Bee stinger, everything worked awesome. Vapor trail arrow rest, I've just been shooting so good this year. I rushed this shot, and that's why I missed it just a little bit. But we backed out. You learn from mistakes in the past, back out, come in the next morning, you get your deer. They usually don't go far. Alright, so we got him back to the lodge here. One little side note I forgot to mention earlier was the first day in, I was able to find this buck's shed. And that's really cool. It was only just about 200 yards from where I wound up taking him. And like I said, the story, the way it unfolded, it was nerve-wracking. But we got him, and we made the right choice by backing out last night. Ty was there to help us this morning get him back here. And actually another hunter in camp had luck. Took a very nice buck. We'll show you that rack in just a second. But it's a great place here, Ohio Trophy Buck Outfitters. Check out the website, it's on the screen there. And there's a reason we keep coming back here year after year.
Chris Satansky from Marlboro, New York. Shot this 8 last night, about 3:30 in the afternoon actually, and came out about 70 yards. Took a turn, came right to me, put a shot on him about 30 yards away, and team tag out gets it done again.
You know, this buck, the story just keeps to grow on this buck. For the little bit of history I did have with him by finding his shed on the way in the first night, and you can definitely tell it was his shed. He had the started little sticker down by the base of his antler, had the fat bases, had the split brow tine, and then the started crab claw up where he grew his G4 on that side. And I wound up naming this buck Quattro because of his 4 brow tines. But after taking this buck to the taxidermist, they looked at the cape, and first of all, he had a number of wounds. Looked like puncture wounds from getting in a fight and getting pinned down right on the top of his back. You could actually see it in the video. And then one right in his side, in his rib cage. It was infected very bad. I don't know how long this deer would have lived, to be honest with you, if he couldn't fight off that infection. But other than that, the taxidermist pulled out a slug out of this buck's neck. Looked like it had either gone in here and just lodged up over here. So I don't know what the story behind that was, but it's pretty neat to have that slug, and shows you what a tough buck this buck was. Originally we were thinking he might have been 3 years old based on the shed we found. We will look into that a little more later, but you know, a buck like that around here you'd think would be older, but definitely down there in Ohio, central Ohio, with all the farmland, bucks get really big real fast. So we're thinking he was a 3-year-old, and I wouldn't be surprised if the story grows a little more on this buck, and if it does, I'll tell you in coming weeks. But that's going to do it for this week on DeerHunterFan.com TV. We'll see you next time.